Hello once again. Happy Sunday to everyone. I thought I'd hit you with a little video here this evening, and yeah, just kind of like a follow-up video, if you will. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video where I talked about it was my Purge Records video, and I talked about the idea of cleaning out some of my collection and making some changes, and I spent some time preparing for that. And yeah, so this weekend, yesterday, I took a run to a record store in my general area, and I did just that. I had picked out a large group of records from my collection, a group that were kind of like just record store day stuff that I got by going to record store days. A couple of ones that I had bought that I realized, oh, I'm not really into that. But then also the sort of main portion of this collection that I chose to trade in, if you will, get rid of, was my early metal records of lesser known metal bands that I kept since I was really young. You know, I've chosen to keep my favorites, so my Judas Priest and my Iron Maiden and my Scorpions and my Saxon collection. For now, I've kept all of that. But, you know, stuff like it was Queensryche and Motley Crue and Accept and that type of stuff. Now, the reason that I sort of got to the point where I was able to do this for myself is I wasn't playing that stuff. It was just holding spots in my collection and still in really great shape because I always did that. So I thought, you know, someone would get hopefully a big charge out of seeing this stuff and getting that and give it a new life. But also, most of that stuff, I have pretty good greatest hits CDs of some of those bands in my collection. So I have the music anyway. So that's the decision I made. So I did, you know, clean up the collection a little bit, and it worked out really well. So I'll give a shout out to Tim over at Zap Records in Cobourg, Ontario. And my experience was good. I have to say it was very good. I gave Tim the heads up. And yeah, I have my personal reasons why it took a little bit of it's a bit of a drive away from where I am here in Oshawa. Not far, but there's local shops here that I'll probably do something similar in the future now that I've, you know, broken the ice with myself, ability to do that. And you never know, I might do something like that in the future. And yeah, I've traded once before for one record, but this was for a group of them. So I have to say it worked out really well. I was very pleased with the result. Tim was cool about it. He took the time to look at my stuff. And, you know, he did say that he doesn't get that kind of stuff in his shop very often. And he certainly doesn't get it in that kind of condition, which makes you feel good. And you know, the result was really good. He gave me what I thought was a very fair, at the upper end of fairness of what value. I didn't want cash because that's not what I was looking to get my hands on some sort of trade where I could pick up some stuff that were on my sort of really big want list on my for my collection, and that's exactly what I did. Tim's shop, I've been a couple of times before. I knew there was some stuff going to be there, and I was able to get that. So that's what this video is, to show the new stuff that I was able to trade for, and, you know, release these items that I released and then pick up some new stuff. So starting with this most recent release that's all over the music sites and stuff. It's the Buckingham Nicks recently released record, and re-released, of course, came out in like 73. And this one I bought for Kara because this is her brand of music. It's on beautiful vinyl. It's really nice. And what a great record. We listened to it last night. It was really a really fine record. Lindsey Buckingham's playing is great. Stevie sounds so good. I mean, they're so young when they made this record, these two. So this is right before their Fleetwood Mac fame. And this was a record I picked up for Kara. It suits her collection very well, the type of music that she really enjoys. So I was happy that as soon as I seen that, I knew that was one. So what did I pick up for myself? Well, for my collection, I'm going to show you. I picked up 7 different titles. So I got some records, and you know, they're all brand new. He has a shop that is new and used, like a lot of these shops are. And you know, I even have some credits still on file with him. So that's how good this this worked out for me. I'm really pleased about it, and cleaned out some stuff that I'm not listening to. So starting with, I picked Beck Mellow Gold. I'm looking to maybe not completely, but you know, maybe one day is fill out my Beck record discography. So Beck Mellow Gold. All of these records I chose are all on regular black vinyl, but they're that newer. Most of it's like that 180 black vinyl. So this is Mellow Gold. Great record, really cool. Listened to it yesterday, and you know, got the big track Loser on it, but some really cool, innovative stuff on this Beck Mellow Gold. So that was a good find for me, and an easy choice, because I'm looking to maybe complete my Beck collection. Another one I picked that wasn't on my list necessarily, but I'm real glad to see it there, and it's brand new, really nice copy. Brand new, and it's Radio City, the second record from Big Star. So a while back, I bought Big Star's debut record, first record, #1 record it's called, and I really, really liked it. And I heard a lot of chatter on the music sites about this band Big Star, which I didn't know much about, but man, what a cool band. Like, you know, this is 70s rock, like really cool. And yeah, I'm really happy to add this. So those are the 2 Big Star records that I wanted in my collection. So that's a cool addition. You know, a band that burned bright there and then went away. They should have been bigger, because man, it's really good stuff. Okay, so this was on my list. These next 2 were on my list. So a while back in one of my videos, I showed you guys Duke, Genesis Duke album that was in my collection back when I was younger, and then through trades or moving or whatever, I can't really, there's only been a couple of records in my collection that disappeared that I used to have. I got Duke back, the Genesis record, but this was the other one that I remember having, and for some reason it got away on me, and it is In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin. So, I mean, it came with the paper bag cover, even now, but this is a new, obviously, reissue, but it's really cool. And yeah, I'm really happy to add this back into my collection, and it won't be going out again, because it's got a couple of real favorite Zeppelin tracks on this record. You know, man, what a good record. So glad to have that back in the collection. And to kind of finish out my Zeppelin collection, I picked up Presence as well there. And obviously a reissue, but really nice, beautiful record. I love it. It's cool. And it's got, you know, with that Swan Song record, it's really beautiful. So Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor, and Presence were 2 records that I was glad to get there. And that pretty much, I've got, I think, all of the studio records now from Zeppelin. So I'm pleased about that. I was kind of like, it was bugging me to get that done and get that finished. So another band here that I guess later in life now have learned to appreciate much more. And I had the 2 big records, The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon from Pink Floyd. But yeah, as I've gotten older, I'm really understanding and appreciating the greatness of Pink Floyd. So I'm looking to, you know, close to fill out maybe most of at least the modern later stuff of Floyd. I think that they're just so incredible. So I had a few there that I was looking for, but the one that he had that I really liked is A Momentary Lapse of Reason. Okay, this is a really nice record, nice looking record, beautiful sounding record. And Pink Floyd's A Momentary Lapse of Reason was a really good find, so I'm really happy to get that one into the collection. Another one that I was happy to add that was on my list, and it's been on my list a while. I've seen it a few times, and it's a double record. It's really thick and, you know, really nice, is U2's Zooropa. And, you know, it's got a couple of really favorite U2 songs. It's got Numb and Lemon, Stay, Far Away, So Close. Great record. Never had a copy in my collection, so I'm looking to, there's a few of these here that I'm looking to add important elements into their discography into my collection. And finally, the last one was another one. I've got Harvest, I've got Harvest Moon now, and now I was after a copy of After the Gold Rush, Neil Young. Now it's not an original, it's a reissue, but I still love it. I think it's cool, and really great packaging, cool picture. Neil Young's After the Gold Rush. I think it was an important addition to the collection. So yeah, a little bit shorter video for you tonight, but I wanted to show off this new stuff that came from the decision to purge my records and make a change. I'm really pleased with the way it worked out. It was a big relief. It felt good to, I don't know, not to be too dramatic, but to be brave enough to do it. All these years, I've never done it, a purge like that. It wasn't like a gross amount. I think it was something, I don't know, I'd say something like 30 records that I released, but it's getting closer and closer now for my collection to be, all stuff that I'm really happy to have in the collection, that I play a lot. I mean, some of the stuff I got rid of, I really dig, and I like the bands and stuff, but I just wasn't picking up the records. And as I say, some of the cases I have it on CD. So I did get rid of some CDs as well, a handful of CDs, maybe I'd say about 10 CDs I got rid of, and because I was having some spillover onto shelves for my CD collection. So yeah, I think it was good to clean out. I would recommend it if if you haven't done it yet and you've got a collection. I think it's healthy to do. I think it's kind of cool to do. I was really pleased when the fellow said that he had some people that he knew he would call right away about my old school metal collection, and that they would jump all over it. So he said it would work out well for his shop. It worked out well for me, so it was a big win-win. I'm really happy with it. There you go. It's a positive. So take care now, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye.